I'm going to be showing you how you can master making a good shot of espresso. I don't want to say that this is what you only need to make a good shot of espresso, but by watching this, you will be able to understand some of the most common mistakes that you might be making when you're making your shot of espresso. This is what is preventing you from becoming a professional barista or making a good shot of espresso. 97% of home baristas and beginner baristas fail to make a good shot of espresso. And here's what most people don't tell you. The main cause of this struggle is because you don't have a step-by-step guide that enables you to make a perfect and consistent shot of espresso each and every time. This is a secret that enables professional baristas make the perfect shot of espresso and consistent each and every time. A good shot of espresso is what enables professional baristas make other coffee drinks perfectly, and this makes beginner baristas and home baristas wonder why they can't be able to make a good latte, flat white or cappuccino like the one they always have on a coffee shop down the street. I know this because I am a professional barista with a 6-year experience. I've been able to work in different coffee shops and I've used different espresso machines, and now I'm using a home espresso machine. I struggled a lot when making my espressos when I'm a beginner barista. Sometimes my espressos were flowing very fast and sometimes they were flowing very slow. And because I didn't have a step-by-step guide, it was a challenge for me to fix these common mistakes. But this struggle is ending today. For you to brew a perfect shot of espresso, start by preparing your coffee equipment, mainly the espresso machine and the coffee grinder. For this video, I'm using this home espresso machine, but these steps you can use them even as a professional barista using a commercial espresso machine. The other thing you need is to have well-roasted coffee beans which have matured enough to be able to extract a good shot of espresso. What you need is to have well-filtered water. For home espresso machine, you need to add the water into the water tank, but for the commercial espresso machine, they are already connected to the water source. You need to only check if the water is connected and the espresso machine is having water to brew the shot of espresso. Filtered water is very important. Not every type of water can make a good shot of espresso. Make sure the espresso machine has heated up the water and it has reached the ideal brew temperature for brewing your shot of espresso. After ensuring that your espresso machine is ready to brew your shot of espresso, now at this stage you need the most valuable thing, which is the espresso brew ratio. This is going to be your guide for consistency. You will have the dose, yield, and the brew time. The dose is the amount of coffee that you grind from the coffee grinder. The yield is the amount of espresso after extraction, and the brew time is how long it's going to take you to brew your shot of espresso. I'm going to be explaining this as I make the shot of espresso so that you can fully understand it very well. Then follow this step-by-step guide and be able to make a good shot of espresso. Flush your group head while the pot filter is inside so that you can warm up the pot filter and the group head. After doing this, remove your pot filter from the group head. Clean it with a coffee towel so that you can have it dry. Get your weighing scale and weigh your pot filter. Tally it to 0, then grind your coffee to achieve your dose. The dose of the coffee is going to be determined with the size of your pot filter basket. Depending on the size of pot filter basket is what you're going to need as your dose. This is a home espresso machine and it's having a small pot filter basket, so I'm using 18 grams. Most of the commercial espresso machines are having 20-gram pot filter basket. So you can use 20 grams as your dose of coffee. When you're grinding your coffee from your espresso machine, make sure to use a fine grind size. You can adjust your grind settings until you achieve that good extraction of your espresso. If you want to know more about adjusting your coffee grinder to make a perfect shot of espresso, I have a video that I'll link in the description below. Make sure to check it out after this video. After grinding our dose, we're going to be weighing it again to ensure that we are having the exact dose that we need to extract our shot of espresso. By using a weighing scale, you'll be able to monitor your brew ratio and make sure that you don't do any mistake. it will be very easy for you to fix any challenge that you might encounter. After ensuring that we are having our exact dose, our next step is distributing our coffee. We distribute the coffee grinds in the pot filter basket so that we can level them. After distributing our coffee, the next step is tamping our coffee evenly in the pot filter. You need to tamp it firmly and evenly so that you can create that compact bed for a good extraction. Clean the coffee grinds that are on the side of the pot filter. Then next, warm up our group head by flushing the hot water through our group head. Get your coffee towel for cleaning your espresso machine. Clean the drip tray so that you don't create any mess. Insert your pot filter in the group head. Place your weighing scale just below and put your espresso cup. After doing this, tally your weighing scale, start your timer and press your extraction button. The ideal brew ratio of making your shot of espresso is a 1:2 as per the Specialty Coffee Association standard. Each 1 gram of coffee is equivalent to 2 ml of water. If I'm using 18 grams for this home espresso machine, my yield out of espresso is 36, and if you're using 20, your yield out is going to be 40. This is only the basic guide, and you will need to adjust it depending on the standard of the coffee shop and also the type of coffee beans that you're using for your shot of espresso. As you extract your shot of espresso, check the flow and the time. At your ideal yield, stop the extraction. Then check the time. The ideal brew time of your shot of espresso is around 25 to 30. Anything above 30 seconds or below 25 seconds, this means you're having a bad extraction of your shot of espresso. If you're having less than 25 seconds, this means your espresso was flowing very fast. And if you're having more than 30 seconds, your espresso was flowing very slow. And one way to fix this common mistake is by adjusting the grind size of your coffee grinder. If your espresso was flowing very fast, this means you need to adjust your coffee grinder on a fine grind size. And if your espresso was flowing very slow, this means you need to adjust your coffee grinder on a coarse grind size. This is our shot of espresso. You can fix most of the common mistakes that you're going to encounter when you're making this shot of espresso by mastering this step-by-step guide. This will enable you to make a good shot of espresso each and every time. And my next video is going to be how you can fix a fast flowing espresso. What factors are leading to that fast flowing espresso? Make sure to check it out. I'll link it when it's ready here. But for now, watch this video next.